In this class, we are going to study about simplification of context-free grammar. So what is the purpose of simplifying a context-free grammar is reducing the redundant productions of the grammar. So there are three methods for reducing the context-free grammar. The first one is removal of useless symbol. Second one is elimination of epsilon production. And the third one is removal of unit production. So we will study one by one. So the first one is removal of useless symbols. So I will explain it with one example. So here you can see a context-free grammar. S tends to A11B or 11A, B or 11, A tends to 0 and B tends to BB. Here you have to identify the useless symbol and then we will eliminate it. Okay. So here you can see how can we identify the useless symbol is a production, that is a symbol or the variable which never ends with a terminal symbol after processing, that is said to be an useless symbol. So I will show you. So here I am taking S tends to A11B. Okay. So here you can see I am considering the variable A first. So there is a production in the context-free grammar. It tends to 0. So I am applying 0, 1, 1, B. Okay. I am going for checking is there any productions in B that is having any terminals in B. So B tends to BB. So it is again going for two variables 1, 1, B, B, because no other productions that is ending with terminals in B. So we know that definitely this B is said to be the useless symbol. And I'm going for checking the next one. S tends to 1, 1, A. So this A tends to 0. So definitely it is ending with a terminal. It is ending with set of terminal symbols. So definitely A is a useful symbol and definitely this S is also said to be a useful symbol. So we are going in this grammar, we have in this context-free grammar, we have identified that B is the useless symbol here. So what we have to do after that, identifying the useless symbol is we have to eliminate it. So what which are the productions it is having? So here you can see S tends to A11B. So this one we have to eliminate, and then S tends to B. This production we have to eliminate, and B tends to BB. This production also we have to eliminate. Okay. So after eliminating this S tends to A11B, S tends to B and B tends to BB, our context-free grammar will be like this. So removing B and its productions, we will get S tends to 11A or 11 or A tends to 0. Okay. So the next one is elimination of epsilon production. Okay. So I will explain it with one example. So S tends to X, Y, Z, X tends to 0X or epsilon, and Y tends to 1Y or epsilon. So first what we should do is we have to write separately the epsilon productions. There you can see X tends to epsilon is there and Y tends to epsilon is there. So there are two epsilon productions. Now we are going to eliminate the epsilon production. So how can we eliminate this? Here you can see this is the context-free grammar. First we should write the production first. S tends to X, Y is X, Y, X. Okay, so we are having two epsilon productions. X tends to epsilon and Y tends to epsilon. So what we should do is first we have to write the production first. We are writing the production first, that is S tends to X, Y, X, and then slash and what? X tends to epsilon. We are having X tends to epsilon and Y tends to epsilon. Okay. Now, first I am going to put epsilon for this X. At that time, I will get Y X. And then now I am going to give epsilon for the second X. At that time, I will get X, Y. And then next I am going to give epsilon for both X. At that time I will get Y, and now I am going to give epsilon for this Y. At that time I will get X, x. So after eliminating, and now we have applied epsilon on the x and y. So we got these productions, these many productions, and then coming for the second one, that is x tends to 0x. So first we have to write the productions first. Productions. So here x tends to y, and x tends to epsilon, and y tends to epsilon. So we are going to substitute. So here you can see x tends to 0x. I am writing first. What are the things in the grammar? I am writing first. X tends to 0x, and then I am applying x tends to epsilon on this x. At that time we will get 0, and then in the next production y tends to 1 y. At that time y tends to epsilon is also there, so we are going to eliminate it. So I am applying epsilon on this y. At that time I will get the terminal 1. Okay, so in this way we are eliminating the epsilon productions. So after eliminating the epsilon production, we are getting our context-free grammar like this. S tends to xyz, yx or xy or xx or y. X tends to 0x or 0, y tends to 1y or 1. So this is the context-free grammar we are getting after eliminating the epsilon productions. Okay, and the third one is elimination of unit productions. So elimination of unit productions. So in simplification of context-free grammar, we have to eliminate the unit productions also. I will explain it. It's on example. So here we are having on context-free grammar S tends to 0a or 1b or c, A tends to 0s or 00, B tends to 1 or A, C tends to 0, 1. Okay. So first we have to identify the unit productions. So which are the unit productions? That means which are the unit variables that are present in the right hand side. So that is the only thing we have to consider. So here you can see that here we are having only one terminal, but we now have to consider this, but we have to consider only the variables that are single. So in that case we are having S tends, we will write separately the unit productions. In this grammar we are having S tends to C. C is a variable. Okay. S tends to C, and then in A we are not at all having any unit productions, and in B we are having B tends to A. That is one unit production. We are only considering the variables. So now we are going to eliminate the variables. We are going to eliminate the unit productions. So how can we eliminate it? What we are going to do is we are going to substitute the value C, that is the C production. C tends to 0, 1 on this C, and then B tends to in this A we are going to substitute this A, 0s or 00. So in this way we are eliminating the epsilon production. So I am rewriting the production again. S tends to 0a or 1b, or here we are having C. So what is C? C tends to 0, 1. So that one we have to write. Okay. Then we will write A tends to 0s or 00. Then B tends to 1. B tends to 1 or A. What is A? A is, since A is the unit production, we are checking whether any other production. We are writing the production of A. Okay. 1 or 0s or 00. Then C tends to 0, 1. Okay. So now after eliminating the unit productions, we will get this is the grammar we are getting, context-free grammar we are getting. S tends to 0a, 1b, 0, 1. A tends to 0s or 00, B tends to 1 or 0s or 00, C tends to 0, 1. So now we can see that there is no unit productions in the context-free grammar. So these are the three methods for eliminating these are three methods for simplifying a context-free grammar: removal of useless symbols, eliminating the epsilon productions, and removal of unit productions. Thank you.